What's going on, everybody? I have a very, very special guest here today. I have the famous Jayda Leigh NYC here joining me on the Productive Conversations podcast. We are also going to be joined by her drag sister in a little bit. But welcome, Jayda. How are you doing tonight?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Been really looking forward to this. Thanks for getting dandy and dressing up. You look great tonight. And I'm ready to just chop it up, catch up. It's been a while since we've talked in general like this, so
It has. It's been a minute.
I know, and there's been a lot of shit happening in our lives, the world, your city, and yeah,
So much.
we're just we just got a lot of cool things to get into, but yeah, let's start off with how are you doing today? How's everything? How's life? You having a good spooky season?
Oh, honey. Spooky season every day, honey. Shit. I
You been doing any spooky season traditions? Watching any movies? Carving pumpkins? Any of that cool?
Actually, the other day, my friend was like, let's go to a pumpkin patch. Let's pick pumpkins, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I really fucking hate pumpkins. And if I carve a pumpkin, it's going to get all over my hands. It's going to get all over me. And I don't want to do that. So absolutely not. However, I'm definitely down to like get an apple and like paint it real quick. That's fine.
So no pumpkins, but the apple's fine.
Yeah, the apple's fine because you don't have to like carve the apple. You don't get it like all over you and everything and like
Yeah, who wants to be in that tradition? Every single weekend since September, for the next few weekends, you were seeing someone at a pumpkin patch or apple picking. Can't someone get a little more original?
Literally, but like who decided that it was such a good idea to get your hands fucking filthy inside of a pumpkin? Like who decided, yeah, let me make a face out of this pumpkin real quick? No, no, honey.
Even those jack-o'-lanterns.
Like homework and stuff.
I mean, I'll say the one thing, people are getting very creative with how they carve and shit like that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of with you too. I'm not a big pumpkin buy. I don't drink the pumpkin spice latte. I don't I had pumpkin beer. I tried it and it was pretty shit. But I wasn't.
Okay, so at the restaurant that I work at, we have this like float. We have pumpkin ice cream, but then we have like a stout that goes over it. So it's like a stout float with pumpkin ice cream. It's so fucking good. It sounds disgusting, but it's so good. It's so good.
Really?
And I love it.
So that's
I'll do.
I went on a pumpkin. I had pumpkin beer on a failed Hinge date. Maybe that's one of the reasons. It was giving a sign for that. But
okay, tell me all about that right now. All about that.
I don't know. Well, I went out with this girl like 8 weeks ago. Or no, it wasn't that long. It was in the summer, but I don't know. She seemed cool, vibe. She told me she was going to med school. Like she was doing she's in med school and she was taking her not internship, residency at Norwalk Hospital where I live. She said she's going to be gone in 2 weeks. I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll make the most of it. But I don't know. There just wasn't a vibe like that. Didn't click. She had a very bad shirt. I can say this. I didn't feel any. I wasn't feeling the wardrobe.
That was it. You saw the shirt and you were like, done.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really match with their outfit or anything. But I don't know. She was nice, but there wasn't a second date. It's a bit tough, actually. This was the summer of going on budget first Hinge dates, and none of them came back. And I had some baddies, man. I had some real baddies, and there's like these few places where I live in Norwalk that it's too short for me to go because I try to make a first day workout, man. And I had, was one thing. I went on a Hinge date with this girl, but and she was telling me she hung out with Leonardo DiCaprio. Like she was like that type of level. And when I saw her, I was like, that totally makes sense. You could totally, I don't know, I don't want to be disrespectful saying maybe, I don't know what her relationship was, but like you are on a level where Leonardo DiCaprio says, hang out with me. So
Bitch. She's a woman of the night. She's a woman of the night. Let's leave it at that. I know
Maybe,
that.
man. I was like, I would have had such an amazing first date story. I was feeling some butterflies. I was like, man, this girl seems real cute and stuff, but I don't know. So at this very moment, I'm not talking to anyone, not on my apps. And
What apps are you on?
so at this moment I have Tinder, Hinge, and Bumble, which I call the trinity of it. And
The Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity, honey.
yeah,
Yes.
so at this moment, Matt is single, ready to mingle. How about you? You on any dating apps, Jada?
No, bitch. Shit. We only sucking dick on the corner of 145th and Broadway, honey. Shit.
For real, for real. How's that been going?
Baby, it's good, honey. It's good. I got full bookings all night, baby. Shit.
Really? How are the bookings going in the COVID world right now?
I mean, they're great. They're great. They're awesome. I mean, I don't have a Holy Trinity. I only have Grindr, but like,
Okay.
definitely deleted her. See, I have this relationship with Grindr. Like, I get on Grindr and then I spend like an entire night after I'm like fucking drunk from the club or whatever. Get on there till like 6 a.m. and I'm like, no one is worth my time. And then I delete it. And then 3 hours later, I re-download it because
Maybe this is the time that I get it.
exactly. I'm like, that wasn't the right time, but like now it is. But it's not.
That's why you always think no matter what dating app you're on, you're like one match away. Like this is the one. And it's just so, I mean, most people our age, that's how they're finding their significant others or short-term, long-term things. And like,
and that's also the thing that like I'm finding like when I'm talking to people on like Grindr and shit, it's like when I do have those like good conversations with them, it's like, oh shit, maybe I can like, maybe this isn't just a random hookup. Maybe I can like develop this into like a friendship and then we can like hook up from there. And like, no, it's Grindr. It's Grindr.
that's what I feel like too. And like, you know me, I'm an extremely late bloomer when it comes to sex, to hooking up. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 21. And that's just from pure, whether it's me not ready, be striking out all the time.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like you have such a big heart, and there are people that like. I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's like the difference. Like at least in my opinion, you connect sex with emotion. You know what I mean? Like you're not like you're not bound to like fuck someone unless you have like an emotional connection. Which,
Yes, at this point, probably. And when I said easily, like I easily get what you're saying, especially with the big heart. Yeah, more I really do care about these people's feelings. And I think also I was just like such a teddy bear goober, especially not really till the very last semester of college, especially when I hit my glow up and lost all the weight. And I finally got that attention like our fraternity brothers would get. And it was easier for me to handle for me to handle girls' feelings because, well, I was that guy who the girl would complain about a guy doing them wrong. I would get it all the time, so many years of that. So I was able to learn dating a little better and how to treat these women right because, well, I know the what they don't like really. And when I hit the glow up after college and a little promiscuous myself, I would like I would treat it though like I would know guys who would literally set up dick appointments with girls. Like they would do it and then say, get out of here. And I would learn from some girls like, that really makes me feel shitty that you clearly are using me only for sex. And might not have been ready for a relationship at that time while I was, hanging out and dating, but I would like take the extra time to say, hey, how you feeling about this? What are you feeling? What do you want? Some girls would say, right, I just want to fuck. Okay, that's good. I could take my emotional brains out. We go play Naked Twister, have some fun, and not literally, but
what the fuck you twisted? Yeah. Go ahead, get up in the legs, baby. Shit.
Hey, man, as long as they were down, Why not enjoy these things, these body feelings that we've been
They
given?
down for Matt Brown, honey. They down for the Matt Brown. Shit.
Oh man, clearly not lately, but hopefully very soon. And but basically, you know what my friend would say. This is gonna sound really weird, but like girls that I would like do more short term things with, but also not make them feel like they're being used.
Uh-huh.
Um, it was weird. I would be able to get almost really friendly with these girls, but we also like to get naked and have some fun with each other. But we both knew that, hey, this is what this part of it, and
Exactly. Friends with benefits. That's a
yeah, like
whole
literal friends
thing.
with benefits.
That is a whole thing. Oh my God, I wish I could do that.
You can have some friends with benefits now. I mean, it seems that
No,
people
I
are more.
can't because I'm crazy. And then I fall in love the second like anyone gives me attention. Like it could be a fucking frog, and I'll be like, oh my God, we're meant to be. Oh,
What if you like do my approach? Just see how they're feeling. Make them laugh, make them feel comfortable, and then as long as both people agree, have your fun. I mean, I understand it's easier said than done, but you know what I really found like the most fun dating really is in New York, like because you meet the whole world is there to interact and mingle with, and
the entire there is one type of every single type of person on the planet living in New York.
oh yeah,
Like there's everyone here. There's everyone here.
and it's so easy to transport to meet up with somebody with the train and then or Ubers or cabs. So um yeah, in this
Yeah.
world of bays and not bays, it is hard to understand. But I guess no, I don't guess. I know that it really does seem to be at the end of the day, whatever's meant to be will happen, and it'll just naturally flow.
See, like, and I want to believe like whatever's meant to be will happen. However, like the question is like, do you have to make it happen or is it just gonna happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I actually do think naturally will happen, and I think it's easier for me to see that because again, I'm so late in the game. Well, not the game, but I'm so late. I was just such a late bloomer. Like I was a president. I know I was a president of our fraternity. I was a virgin during the entire presidency. I hear the few friends who know that. I hear my friend Nate Cutting's voice now. You were the president of a fraternity. Now, what I learned, like confidence wise and being okay with my skin, and also understanding signs more. I probably wouldn't have um been so dry at that time, but it did take all those growing pains that really were worth to have. And
right.
all that came naturally. It really did. And those few especially those few long-term things, those really were the most natural things ever. I didn't feel like I had to take that extra step talking to them.
Right.
I really hope this doesn't sound bad, right? So I was when I matched with that first long term after we agreed, this I don't think there's much going on here. I matched with her, leaving her apartment. Yeah, on to the next one. And again, we knew I didn't this wasn't me like playing with someone's heart. I knew like as a 23, 24 at the time, that young guy in my life. Um and then it was just so easy to talk to her. It was easy making plans. Like I take the Channing Tatum test. If Channing Tatum makes the moves I make, they'll more than likely say yes because it's Channing Tatum. That's what I feel. If they want it, if they want to hang, if they want to spend time, they're going to do it. So that's where I think the meant to be part happens. And some people, I guess it just takes longer than others. And it's not fair, but it'd be like that.
Yeah. No, it does. But like also don't wait around for anyone. Like
No,
no,
definitely not. I
we're
mean,
not waiting.
that's one of the
Not
reasons why this podcast is a thing, is because well, I don't have to think about the girls that I almost had. Anyways, but, But I have just time to work on myself and this podcast, talk to interesting people like you and your drag sister, and that's why this is another way to get through the days until till I have that match, or I meet just somebody on the street.
What are you doing for work right now, though?
So at this moment, I'm still unemployed. Lost my job I actually lost my job. My project ended right during Christmas time, January.
Okay.
So I've been unemployed for just a little more than the pandemic, but I'm on unemployment. Shouts to the government for helping me. I got
the government.
I know
the government.
They've definitely been driving us crazy, but I do need those unemployment checks right now, and that's why I have to appreciate that.
But like, I don't understand. I really just don't get like how there's no PPE. Like, what? Are you like? Literally 3/4 of the country is unemployed, and you are allowing them to live off of like $400-$500 a week.
Oh yeah, like that's why I'm doing this home. If I had my own place, I wouldn't survive. And I do the I get just enough bills. I pay everything myself except rent. Then I'll do focus groups and research projects, and that's how I'll get these extra cash. And that's how I saved and bought this studio stuff, was from doing those focus groups. And
I love that.
And yeah, you're right. It's no PPA. There should be a stimulus check passed. Even people who have jobs are extremely struggling. It's a mess.
Extremely struggling. Like that is a thing though. Like, I'm fortunate enough to be working at like one of New York City's like best, like very busy restaurants, like
definitely. I definitely want to go more into that a little later, but talk to me about this part, though, because I want to know how that's been going.
Like, it's great, but like I also have like friends that, because obviously the whole staff wasn't asked back, obviously.
Yeah.
But like those that did reach out, like myself and like other people, like we reached out, we were like, hey, we're ready to come back to work. We were able to come back to work.
Mm-hmm.
My friends that aren't able to come back, they're still on that like unemployment and shit. And I'm like,
yeah,
I literally could not survive. Like, my rent alone is $1,200 a month, like plus student loans, which are like $700 a month.
Oh my God.
Can't do that. Like $500 a week,
you got to pay your phone bill too, and all your utilities.
Exactly. Thank God I don't have a car, because like if I had a car, I had like fucking gas, car insurance, like all that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck parking.
I'm hitting that too, and we need the stimulus. We got to wait for the damn election to be over. That's 2 weeks. It's gonna be a week once this is posted on Monday, and yeah, what in the world? What in the world?
I saw this thing on Instagram today that said New York is turning red, like for Trump. The fuck we are. Absolutely not.
That's some fake news. Oh my God.
Absolutely not.
Trump was hated in New York since the 80s, since he was a sketchy real estate guy in the city, and I don't think anything is changing. So, is your drag sister ready? She want to come on right now? We could add her to the convo.
I mean, I'm kind of ready.
She's almost ready.
I still need like my lips and shit, but
all right, take your time. So that's why we have this Zoom, and we could do it forever. So once you're ready, swing right in.
Perfect.
Matt, are you not drinking?
No. Should I get something? I could get some right now. I'll join the party real quick.
I'm gonna make a drink. You make a drink, and we'll come back.
All right, we'll be right back. All right. And we're back. All right, you got your drink. What are we drinking? What are we gonna make a toast to?
Ooh,
you left it right here.
Sorry, I forgot where it was.
No worries. I got.
We have tequila and simply limeade, honey.
Simply limeade. I got my Jack Daniels here.
Bitch.
That's a man's drink.
She ain't playing. She's a man, Maury.
That's a man.
It's easy. We're doing it straight too.
Bitch.
I'm at a point where This don't even hurt. No, actually, ooh, this is. So what part of the things where I don't have a job now, except this
Cheers
and
to the beers
but yes,
and the
cheers.
one with the beers.
Nothing but.
But
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
All right. So, one thing I
Are
want to
you
talk
just
to you
drinking
about.
straight up, or do you mix it?
I'm just drinking straight up.
That's a memory.
I know I am extremely masculine. Everybody is defined by my masculinity that I do. Drinking Jack
Johnny Rock.
Daniels, and then after this, I'm probably gonna go break some wood. Then I'm gonna go drive
Shut
a
up.
Harley, and then I'm
Shut up.
gonna I don't know, get a hoagie and do some more manly things. But yes, definitely. Cheers one more time for to making it to doing this. All right.
So wait, tell me about this podcast. Like, are you having fun with it so far?
Oh man, this is sweet. I'm having the time of my life. Well,
Good.
time of my life, but I don't know about time of my life, but I'm having a lot of fun. I'm interesting. This is a great way to reconnect with people, to chop it up. I've heard since I launched it yesterday, I've heard from 5 people that I haven't heard from in a long time.
Oh fuck.
Wanting to do the podcast, hanging out. I thought this is a great way to do it, and I really believe every person has a great story. So, this is cool, showing all the people I meet and showing off these cool people, such as yourself, your drag sister.
Right. It's so good. It's so like the premise of it, like productive conversations. Literally, it's so open-ended, but like so relatable. You know what I mean?
That's all it is. This is just like this is literally just hanging out if I saw you right now in person. So I just figured why not record it and then also show other people why you're so cool. I mean, we have this, we're having this conversation. I talked with a refugee on Monday and gonna air. He came from Albania, ran from war-torn Albania in the Middle East to Greece to the United States, and a nice in-depth story.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm going to air him you're going to be on Monday, then he'll come on Thursday.
Oh, I love that.
It's really, really sweet. And he took the time, and it's a great story, especially with what's going on, to hear about, what someone does. He's a citizen now of the country, and like what someone does for their dreams and really not give up. And I did get emotional talking. I was like, everything I complain about sounds like really stupid shit compared to what he dealt with. So that's going to be great. And then this is also my chance to just talk with people that I don't understand and don't agree with. Like I told you, I'm talking with 2 MAGA Trump supporters on Friday.
Why?
And because I want to hear them. I want to know what is their mentality going into this. Like, I don't agree with that lifestyle, or I don't agree with Trump at all. He's really upset and disappointed me. But I want to see like someone on the other side. Like, why do you support somebody who says all these outlandish things, who's brought just such a negative attitude towards this narrative?
Right.
Why? So I want to discuss this and see where his head's at.
You're a good person to do that too, because you are very level-headed and you won't lose your shit.
Oh yeah, no. Trust me. On the inside, I lose my shit all the time. On the outside, I know that I have to pull through for this. You want to know something? You want to know a funny Hinge story? So I'm listed as moderate on my Hinge, right? I don't really
mean?
like. I'm just middle. I don't really pick a side. I'm moderate, but I lean towards the right. Sorry, leans towards the left. That's my
politically. Okay.
Politically, like pretty much.
So like independent?
Hmm?
Like independent?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm an independent. That's what I say, but I lean towards the left, and more of a progressive side. So
okay, it leans toward the left. Oh shit.
Anyways, so I'm put as a moderate independent. This girl, she's like 10 years older than me, so you're like, okay, older older lady. I guess maybe she wants to feel 25 again. If she wants to date with me, you know.
Oh, wait. How old are we talking, honey? Wait,
So-
wait. Quick. Okay, so what's the oldest you've ever hooked up with?
Oh boy, I'll tell you, the oldest.
17.
Oh, far away from that. No. So the oldest I've ever hooked up with is So I'll say when it comes like all the way, 5 years older than me. But I have had like, little fun at the bars with a 40-year-old and a 38-year-old.
Hey,
I can say that. You know what?
get that mommy money, honey. Shit.
And I had a sugar mama once. I briefly had a sugar mama.
Fucking did, Matt Brown. You motherfucking did.
It was
Shit.
it was good while it lasted, but it only lasted a little time, and I never met her in person. So I met her on Hinge. But yeah, so I've like made out with 40-year-olds, but a 40-year-old and a 38-year-old.
I've ever had was 55, I think he was. But he was
Oh,
he was
my.
like a muscle daddy. It was like 3
Oh, yeah?
fried people.
And how old were you?
How old am I now? I was 25. I was 25. He
So
was
a
like,
full 30 years older than you.
bitch. And he
Look
got
at
that
you,
hard-
Jayda. Me, like, I may have dipped my toe in that pond, but you taking a nice swim in it.
But like, no, I didn't. It was literally just a dip because like I sucked his dick and then texted him the next day and he did not respond. So like, it's fine. It's great.
Okay. Oh, well, his loss.
Or was it my loss? I lost my dignity on that one. Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah, that's I like
A dignity.
that's wait, a dick martini? Is that what I thought that's what you said?
Extra olives on the side, honey.
Oh
Shit.
man. But you want to know, our
Hey,
buddy,
sorry,
our mutual
man.
friend Sam.
Hey.
You know our mutual friend
What?
Sam. You know our mutual friend Sam Anchari.
Of course.
Say what's up. Yeah, me and him were in Hartford one day, and we saw these older chicks eyeing us down, and say what's up.
There was eyeing you down. They said up and down. They stopped right in the middle, honey. Shit.
Yeah, then
They
you
said,
know you just
in the middle real quick.
and I just go up and then I say, point, hey, look at how bad that person's dancing, and then that's just how it starts.
Do you remember when we used to go out to the bars and shit?
Oh yeah.
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. I was the gayest fucking asshole like in that whole bar. I was like, ah, and everyone was like,
Down in the Hartford bar scene, you have a
honestly,
angry.
I'm pretty sure I was the only homo. Like, well, no, that's not true. That's not true.
Oh,
My
yeah.
brother, so it's fine.
Yeah, right. And yeah,
He was
we
like,
had
I'm not gonna say anything on that one, but
Ooh, we got some bombshells coming. Can I say you don't have to say their name? You don't have to say their name, or at least while we're recording. But I don't know. Is there something? Can we just say like maybe there's somebody holding a secret in our composite up there? Uh-oh.
Don't ask, don't tell, honey.
Okay. Oh boy. Well, hey man, we're young. When you're young, you gotta live your life. And oh boy, I would love when we're not recording.
Owen has some stories.
Oh yes, Owen Dunn. I've heard some of the Owen Dunn stories. I have heard some of those.
I love
And
him.
they're just hilarious. Yeah, that's our Owen Dunn is also one of our fraternity brothers, and he's out there acting and doing a lot of great work. Awesome short
honestly,
filmmaker
he's
too.
doing some shit. He's doing some shit with I don't know, with Dylan or someone else. I don't know.
Doesn't he know? Doesn't he? Someone told me like he's cool with Janelle Monáe. You ever heard of that? You know Janelle Monáe? No,
Of
the
course I
actress
know.
singer.
No. Also, have you seen her new movie?
Annabella.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet, but
Matt.
is it scary?
It's not really scary. It's scary in the sense of like this could happen, especially today.
Yeah.
But like it's not really like spooky, jump out at you, blah blah blah. It's just like it's not really gory either, but like yeah, it's scary in the sense of like, oh, this could happen.
Well, shit. But
I started watching it and I was like, I have no idea what to expect. Ooh, also that's a whole nother situation. Oh, okay. So long story short, I met this guy on Grindr.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I didn't even meet him on Grindr. I met him because I was being a trampy whore. Okay. Whatever happens. And he comes over, blah, 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 blah. We hook up. Next day, he like hits me up on Grindr. He was like, hey, what's up? Do you want to hang out? He comes over, we hang out, we smoke, then we hook up again. After we hook up, we like go back and smoke. And he's like, I think I have to tell you something. I was like, oh God. Oh, fuck.
Right after too?
Literally right after. Second time. And he was like, I'm in a relationship. I've had a boyfriend for like 7 years. It's not really going too good. I was like, what the fuck?
That's not fair.
But like literally, please understand, I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
Maybe I am that girl because I keep asking for it, actually. Like, hold up. But no, I don't think I'm that girl. It's just fun.
I hear you.
But like,
you ever dream of being with a celebrity or met one? I think you low-key have a celebrity story. Uh-oh, look at that face. Uh-oh. Is there something I could submit to TMZ right now?
No. Our lips are sealed.
Oh, man. Can we say, is this person an actor in a famous show or is it music or...
Oh, no. I ain't fucking nobody famous. Shit. If I did, I'd been getting that check, bitch. I would have got that motherfucking check. Shit. Shit.
I met somebody who fucked Post Malone.
Give me 3,000, honey. Period.
I met somebody who fucked Post Malone. He said it was stinky. That's what she said. She said he's stinky.
It sure looks like it.
He said, I know someone that fucked Post Malone. She said it was stinky. Bitch.
Yo, that's what I think. Like, if you're a celebrity, no matter how you look, you can really get it in this world, in your celebrity world. Just for stories.
Honestly? Oh, no, Matt. I've heard the same exact thing about James Franco, actually.
I've heard some bad shit about James Franco. Like.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What happened? What's your James Franco story?
I don't really have a story. I did see him when they were filming The Deuce.
Yeah.
They were filming like right when I moved to New York. Right when I moved there, they were filming like on my street. So like me and Riley, we were walking back to my apartment one night, and James Franco was out there on the fucking street. Riley lost her shit. Riley literally lost her shit. She was like, ah! I had no idea. I'm oblivious. That's also my thing. I'm oblivious to everything.
But you've heard that James Franco was smelly too in the sack. Ew. I mean, you'd think all these people money, they could get some put on some, take a shower. I don't know.
Bitch, get you some Jergens. Shit. Get you some motherfucking Dove, baby. Ripe and wash, honey. Shit.
How is Riley doing? Hope she's well. I see she's killing his stand-up, so tell her I said what's up.
Matt, she is making moves. She just got this gig. She is a morning radio host for Alt 92.3 or 0.5.
No way, really? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's huge. It's live in New York and also like
very familiar with that.
10 other cities like nationwide.
Yeah, I know 92.3 FM the Vox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's on the Kane and Corey show in the morning with them. But she's doing her shit. And that's what I've like not only specifically her, like I get so fucking genuinely happy for my friends that are literally doing shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Of course.
producing shit. Like, what? Literally, like with you, like I'm so happy that you're doing this fucking podcast, dude. Like, this is like one of the things that you've been talking about for like a while. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so happy you're doing it. I'm so happy.
I appreciate it a lot, and I'm excited for what you're pulling off. And one of the things you wanted to talk about was artists specifically in the city who needed to figure out how to make new content or go into something new among the pandemic. Why don't you tell me about that? What you've been seeing, especially being in the middle of it.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, we're in a pandemic. We can't, like, Broadway's closed. Cabarets are
May
closed.
too.
Like fucking live performances, like even like everything is closed. Literally everything is shut. So like, you know how you used to be able to go to like a restaurant or a bar and see like a jazz band and performer and everything.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that anymore. I mean, they're figuring out ways to do it like outside, but I don't know.
It's so hard, and it's been hard for me to get. It's been hard for me to get back on set. And that was you could get those on you could get those semi on the reg. So after this project ended in December, I figured, all right, probably will go unemployed for a couple months and then find a new gig. The week COVID hit, I interviewed for 2 shows. One of the major talk shows in the city. I can't really say now because I still might be in consideration, and then the other was just another really great production job, and one that I can finally stop commuting back and forth from Connecticut. They're good pay, and then the pandemic hit, and I will truly never know, did someone beat me out, or was this the pandemic? And that's been grinding. I've slowly found some more set jobs opening again, but I just figure once Broadway comes back, it's gonna be much easier to find those again.
It will. But like, I talked to because one of my friends that's in Mean Girls on Broadway, she actually came to Jacob's Pickles the other day, and I saw her.
Oh yeah.
And I like talked to her about everything. I was like, do you know anything about like Broadway opening up again? She was like, I have no idea. We've only been told whatever. And then the next day they made that announcement of like Broadway's not coming back until like May 2021 or something.
May 2021 at this moment.
Which honestly, I don't get that. I don't get
Neither
that.
do I. At this point, you could totally spread those out. I mean, the shows would be small, but we've seen in a lot of sporting events that they're spreading people out, and they still get noise in there.
That's the thing. Honestly, this is my thing, Matt. If Trump can have a fucking rally with thousands of people in a fucking stadium, Broadway can motherfucking open. Like,
easily.
You can put like 2 seats in between each party or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely. You need to do it not only you need to do it for the actors, for the pit, for the stage crew, for the productive team. All those people are suffering from this.
And that's they're suffering.
And off Broadway too. We can't forget off Broadway.
Oh, of course. And that's the thing. Like, all these performers, they're suffering economically. They're suffering, but also artistically, they're suffering. Like, not everyone has the opportunity to like make their own content and like put it out there. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone is like comfortable enough with doing that. They need a stage. They need live like audience. They need that shit. Like, I get it. I went to school for it. You know, like, there's nothing like a live audience. There's nothing like, yeah.
You can always try again. Don't you give up. I really believe you could be a great actor in this world. I really, really believe it. I will say this is true. You are one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life. Like, top 5. Like, no bullshit. And I really think your talents will make you go with whatever you want to do with it. So.
No, I mean, well, that's also like why I started drag too. Like,
yeah.
Going into that, like, I graduated from Hart with a BFA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I came here. I was auditioning for like the first year, but like, I wasn't equity, which is like the union contract. I wasn't equity, so I go to these auditions, but like, I have to get there at 4 a.m. and stay there until maybe 1:32. I might get seen, I might not. And that's the thing. So I'm like sitting there, I'm wasting an entire day of work. I'm wasting an entire day of like actually being productive, doing other things, just sitting there with the possibility of getting seen. No. And especially since like right when I moved here, either right when I moved here or like shortly after, they lowered the point system. So to be equity, you used to have 50 weeks. So like each week that you work at a theater counts as a week, like at an equity theater. So like when I was at Hart, I did shows at Hartford Stage. So I did Christmas Carol and
the Shakespeare, right? The Shakespeare show?
Did I? I can't remember. I
So.
I definitely know. I know I did a Christmas Carol there.
Yeah.
But I got points for that. And then after, oh no, the Shakespeare was the summer that I graduated. That was in New Haven.
Oh, New Haven. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess this is, you're pretty much, but yeah, this is here explaining how the drag what does the drag lifestyle do for you?
Right.
So
Right. So like, just doing that is, I don't know, like I'm still finding it. Like I'm still trying to figure out like, and I'm still trying to like rope in what I learned through school, like although like my degree within my drag. So like when I do these lip syncs and stuff, like for me, it's really like an outlet for me to let out those emotions, you know, like for example, like all that shit that I was talking about with that boy and everything, like this is my way of like getting those emotions out, because I literally cannot, I can talk about to an extent. However, like this just helps me, you know?
You're 1000% right. And any writer or artist, that's what they do to get their emotions out, to create those great characters, to create those great stories. And I know exactly, sometimes you do need that big motivation to finally make you say, all right, I'm doing it. Yeah. That's whether that helped me with the glow up after an extremely embarrassing moment, and doing this podcast is the ultimate distraction to showcase this. And I admire that, and I think that's really cool what you do, and it helps just establish your character. And as long as you are okay dealing,
but like establish the character, and also like establish me too, you know, like even like through doing drag, like I'm finding so much about myself, like so much. And like it's honestly primarily confidence. It's literally confidence. Like I'm finding that, which is something that like I didn't have in school, which is something that really hurt me in school, you know, like
same here.
If I had this, like if I had the confidence and like the self-worth that I have now, like going through that acting program at Heart, I feel confident in saying that like I would be in a better place right now with my art. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, definitely better late than never. And then we're really glad you bring it out. You bring this new whole aspect of your life to help you, most importantly, become more in depth with you as a person. And that's really, really sweet. And that's the best part of art and writing and anything creative, really. So it's just an extension of ourselves.
As you said, writing, like literally, like through the pandemic, like I would just like write about like scenes and shit, about like conversations that I would have with people that like kind of gives me anxiety. Like I'm not about to like approach this person with this idea or whatever, but like I'll write it out in the scene, like, but like I'll write every single aspect, like this could come out of it, this could come out of it, you know, like good, bad, and ugly. Like I write all of that, and it's so therapeutic. Isn't
it sweet once you find that niche and the thing that just fits like a glove?
Yeah.
And it's somewhat annoying that we have to go through so much shit to finally do it, but it is worth it at the end of the day, I feel, at least.
Yeah. No, it is annoying. It is annoying that like anyone has to go through like heartache, like headache, like any of that shit. Life should just be so much easier. It honestly should.
And when you
but
find,
it's not, and as I said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Could definitely cheers a drink to that. And you find so many. If you learn about I mean, I listen to podcasts on the reg, and when you see all these artists explain how they came up with certain ideas, these stories came out from a lot of heartache, but it gave just an important story for us all to deal with. Like, for instance, Mary Poppins. What's her name? Who wrote Mary Poppins? Just 1 second. Mary Pop.
Can you bring that lime and tequila in here if you don't mind? Thank you so much.
P.L. Travers, who wrote Mary Poppins. Her story, she had a bad relationship with her father, and Mary Poppins is just a story about kids trying to connect with their dad again at the end of the day. And they wrote Mary Poppins as that character to bring them together. Yeah, it's really fascinating.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Mary Poppins is just a movie about trying to have their dad back, because she didn't have a dad. So she wrote this painful story, but comes out with a lot of great things, and she got Mary Poppins out of it. A less dark story. Tom Kenny is the voice of SpongeBob. He was a major stand-up comedian.
And he died, right?
No.
Oh, no. That was the creator, Steve. What's his name?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But Tom Kenny, first he auditioned for SNL. Oh my God. I see college with that. You savage. But anyways, Tom Kenny got rejected. He auditioned with SNL on SNL. He auditioned with David Spade and Rob Schneider, and they said no. So I know that was my reaction too when I found out. So he gets rejected. He's pretty bummed. He's trying to figure out voice jobs. One day he goes to, it's Christmas time, and he sees a little person playing an elf. And he hears a similar SpongeBob voice. Man, this is the only work I can get. I hate doing this. This was my bad attempt at a SpongeBob voice. But he remembers that voice. 5 years later, he's getting some more traction. He was doing some shows for Nickelodeon, like Real Monsters. He was a voice in Rocko's Modern Life. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to have him develop a show. They say the SpongeBob, what do you see? It's like, oh, that little voice he remembered from that little person. He applies it, and he only changes a generation. So, but I'm bringing all those up because you learn that so many creative characters have to go through a lot to create the best characters and stuff. Right. So,
right.
I really
like any artist in general. Like no matter what your medium is, like even visual artists, like painter, like they have to go through so much shit. Like I work with this guy Grant, and he does some really great shit. Like, if anyone wants to look him up, his name is Grant Wells on Instagram.
Grant Wells.
It's amazing. Like his shit is, and I'm not even like trying to plug or anything. I'm just like, I just found it the other day, and I had no idea about this kid, but like, it's so abstract, and like, that's also something that like I'm delving into is art. And like,
please do.
Yeah. Because like, I don't know, even like pictures like make you feel something, like it tells you a story. And that's anything with art, like whether it's photography, whether it's painting, whether it's dance, whether it's fucking musical theater, whether it's a
filmmaking
play, you
too.
have to tell a story. It's a story to be told.
Yeah. And honestly,
then it's nothing. It's literally nothing.
And that's no matter the language or what it is, that's how we have something to connect on an emotional level. The feels. That's what, at the end of the day, any movie that gives me the feels, I know it's good, or TV show, or painting, or stage production. Right.
When I was at Heart, my vocal coach, Larry Rakin, he would tell me his whole approach through singing is through acting. He was like, it's okay if you fall flat or you go sharp. However, if you have tears coming down your eyes at that moment and you genuinely feel it, the audience is going to fucking feel that too.
And it just makes sense, and it fits right in.
Right. It fits right in. Exactly. Exactly. Because if you're breaking down, obviously the song is gonna break down too. You know what I mean? Like
easily. So is your drag sister ready to go yet, or is she still getting ready?
she's still getting
I'm
ready.
still having technical difficulties with the lashes.
No worries. Take your time. That's what's great about having a Zoom account that we could do this forever. We want to.
D-rag, honey. Ooh, not this part. Hold on. Let me fix my part. Shit.
One thing I want to do talk about, and all right, we'll go social justice. You are very active in the fight against social justice for 2020, and it's very inspiring. It's very cool to see. You helped inspire me to go out to protests and join. And so Jordy, so you were very active recently in the fight for social justice, especially for people of color.
Right, I was. And I still am. Still am.
Of course, yeah. I know you were extremely active, and then as a narrative switch, you might not exactly be tweeting it every single day, but the fight is still going, which is the point of it. The fight to make sure we have equal rights.
To be honest, so like I have, for example, what we talked about, like with that boy and everything, like I kind of like just got so wrapped up in my own shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't like that because me being me, like I will never fight for myself, but I will always fight for someone else. I will always try to fight for someone else as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and of course we encourage, because you're worth fighting for yourself too. So,
but also like the protest. Oh, I was about to say the protests have died down. They haven't.
No, it's the media coverage for it that has died down.
They have not died down at all.
Yeah, they're just,
my involvement in them has died down because like I've been back to work. Blah,
yeah.
Blah, blah, like all that shit.
You're dealing with you have your life to live too, but you're not leaving it. You're not leaving it. You're not having it leave your head.
Exactly. And also, please understand that like the second a fucking BLM protest walks by JP, I'm there with like a tray full of drinks. Black Lives Matter. I'm screaming at the top of my fucking lungs. You can wait for your motherfucking dirty martini, bitch. You can motherfucking wait. Give me 5 minutes with these people that are literally walking through the street. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
Yeah.
I had a table complain to my manager that I did not deliver their drinks quick enough because I was involved in that. Yeah, I was involved in that, and you should have too. However, you weren't because your privilege allowed you to sit there on the Upper West Side enjoying your fucking dirty martini, period. Oh, bitch, I'm getting mad. Calm down.
No, you are right. Those patrons don't have to fight. They don't have to fight for it because you have an opportunity to enjoy your dirty martini while you.
But my thing is like, why are you judging? Why do you have any opinion about the people that are fighting for it?
Exactly. Why? They're probably the same people who are promoting on social media to do it just for the likes and fads. They're the people who put a black square back in July just to not feel left out. And
nothing else.
I mean, it just aggravates me, and it's such a time because like my father's a person of color, and it's just it's tough because as a mixed race person and seeing one side have a completely different skin tone than the other, and I know that they're MAGA, and I'm just like. And overhearing that they disowning this, talking down to the movement, and then you have somebody who may not be your blood relative, but through marriage you have somebody. Would you say it to their face, what you're saying? No, they wouldn't, and it would make them uncomfortable. We have to make these talks uncomfortable because we've just seen so many unfair reasons throughout the dawn of history since the boy, since that dude, Christopher Columbus, discriminating against the indigenous
Also,
people.
Matt, baby, history repeats itself.
Clearly, yeah.
Period. And that's what I'm saying. Like, for example, today I talked to my grandma today, and she was like, "Are you still going to protest?" I was like, "No, actually, I haven't." She was like, "Good. They don't do anything anyway." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking kidding me?" And then she brings up the election and everything, and she was like, I asked her, I actually told her, I was like, "You better vote for Biden," obviously knowing she's like fucking Trump life. She was like, "No, Trump has done more than blah, blah," and I just hung up on her. I can't do that.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. It's just so disappointing, and especially this year when I've learned how important it is to be your biggest fan. I think that was one of the biggest things I noticed, because unfortunately these people aren't going to fight the fight worth fighting as long as you personally are. And not everybody can walk, not everybody can donate, but everyone can at least have that mindset to know that something has to be changed. And the littlest things, can you do your civic duty and vote for people who will put policies in to make that fight easy?
Right. Your civic duty. Like, and that's what's so frustrating is like so many people are thinking like, "Oh, I need to vote for this president." No, honey, you need to vote for your local government.
Yeah,
your local government is going to make changes for you. Period.
You're exactly right. That's the local elections are the more important because they do directly affect you. And though, I mean, the federal one is extremely important and something has to be changed.
Yes. Let me not diminish that, but yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
But no, of course, I know you weren't diminishing that, but I'm just saying you're not only voting for the presidential election. And, I know a lot of people are complaining about our two candidates. And yeah, we're definitely not voting for Trump. And I know Biden isn't exactly perfect himself, but you're going to vote for his VP. You're going to vote for his cabinet. And you're going to vote for the Congress that we hope that they are working with. And you have to remember that at the end of the day. And I know a lot of people are complaining, this is who we had. Maybe we didn't have to put these people as our candidates either, whether you liked Elizabeth Warren or Mayor Pete or Andrew Yang or Bernie Sanders. Like, let this be a lesson. You didn't have to put Biden in there, but do what you can now. And remember in 4 years when the primaries take place again, that you can vote for the person who makes you more comfortable to live. And on a national level, on a state and a local. So it's an emotional time, clearly.
It's honestly, like, I'm not gonna front. Like, I will not be voting for Trump. I won't. I don't want to vote for Biden. I don't want to do it. I really don't. I don't like that whole cabinet. I don't like that whole like situation. I don't. I don't. However, that's our best choice, like, and it sucks. It sucks so much that is our best choice. Like, when is the next Obama coming around? Like, what the fuck?
I've been thinking about that too. There has to be some person out there, even if they are a Republican or a Democrat, but there could be just somebody out there who.
But see,
really
let me ask you this:
program.
what is the age requirement for president?
You just have to be 35 and older, no matter if you're a man or a woman.
Okay, 35
and you have to be a born citizen.
Okay, but specifically 35 and older.
35 and older, and no matter who that man, woman, or person is, there has to be somebody out there who can be that star, who could be that young stud or that young, powerful boss lady or that young other person who knows their shit. I just can't wait for that day. It's bound to be out there.
When the fuck is it happen? Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. Okay, so
What's up?
Martigo Cummings, she
Marty Go Cummings.
okay, take two. Martigo Cummings, they are a drag queen in New York City running for city council.
Really?
For Harlem, for like my area. Honestly, I love, and this is why I love New York so much. You know what I mean? Like,
you could have someone in drag run for common council and have a legitimate plan, and it's not a joke.
and like also the thing with Marty is that like as the like LGBTQ, as a drag queen, blah blah blah, I feel represented. However, even if I wasn't in drag, Marty's still representing those marginalized communities in our neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, such an advocate for marginalized communities, and I actually recently just joined the LGBTQ task force for Harlem.
Oh, all right. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's great. I love it. There's only 4 people. It's only been 4 people for the past like 3 years. I'm the 5th people. But it's great. It's great. We're just doing shit like planning like different fundraisers for like the Okra Project, which funds Black trans women and men in New York. Like, it funds their transportation, it funds their anything they need, health insurance, like all that shit. Yeah. But this is, I think this is a good move for me because like I was like in the middle, like early in the pandemic, I was doing like fundraisers for like different organizations and everything. Kind of got overwhelmed with that. However, like being in this task force, I have other people like to back me up with that. So like I can just be like, hey, I have this idea, and then we do it as a group. You know what I mean? Instead of like just
of course.
Yeah.
Gives a new motive and new perspectives, and that will help with your storytelling later on from doing experiences like that.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, another thing.
I'm going through a lot right now, like across the board, and I'm here for it.
Sorry, I took 3 hours.
I'm here for it. Lily's ready, honey.
All right, let's bring out Lily. Hey, for a studio audience.
Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Sorry I took so long, but you know, it takes a lot to look this pretty, you know?
Of course. No, man. Better late than never, and welcome to the Productive Conversations, Lily. You're going to grab a seat.
I'm going to grab a bouncy ball.
Whatever is makes you the most comfortable.
Literally a bouncy ball.
It is because I don't have furniture. I just moved like 2 months ago.
No worries. Can we just slightly move? Can we slightly just move that mic just because your head's in? We don't want your head in the way, or just.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay,
I
great.
have a pretty big head already.
Is that good?
No, I was having. Yeah, this is good. I was having a debate about big heads because I got a big head, and I say big heads strive in this world.
No, big heads are the driving force of the universe.
Duh. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. How did the universe start? The Big Bang, you know?
The Big Bang, honey.
So how are you doing tonight, Lily? What's going on?
Well, it's all going good. This is actually like my 5th or 6th time doing drag makeup, so that's why it's taking me a little bit, but
we live, we laugh, we loud.
Oh yeah, no.
This is where we all start somewhere. Also, you have an Instagram I can to help promote the show?
Yeah, it's Miss MS. Garcia. That's my Instagram.
Great. I will send an add-on and I will help promote it. So Miss, how do I spell this?
Just MS. Garcia. Lily is Lily, and Garcia like the ice cream.
Lily, that's all one word, Garcia?
Lily Garcia, all one word, yes.
Okay. I'm like my grandma trying to type. All right. I just added you so we can once this is done, definitely promote it.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. I know namaste. Cause we were talking about that girl I was hanging out with the Upper East Side. She was a yoga instructor. Namaste means inner peace.
Yeah, well, I think what it means is like my soul like sees your soul.
Oh, okay. Great.
So it's like a greeting, but like of the most spiritual type. It was like my being recognizes your being.
Excellent. I love it. Well, namaste to all of us here, killing it on this Triple Threat podcast, the Productive Conversations podcast. So I was talking to Jayda a little bit on what the drag lifestyle does for her. What does it do for you, Lily?
I mean, I'm a baby. I just started recently, but I have discovered that while some people have a different like personality when they put the makeup on,
yeah,
I just feel like the same, just prettier.
Really?
Yeah, and that's like been weird because I hear every queen like, oh, when the brow goes on and the lip is on, I'm a woman. I just feel like just having fun playing around with just colors of makeup.
Of course, you're enhancing your inner being. I love it. That's what we need.
Real
Seasoning
quick.
my personality.
What's up? Let me ask you, ladies.
Yes.
So you've lived in Manhattan during the pandemic, and I assume you haven't left at some point. Has it really been that batshit crazy experiencing that?
You've been here the whole time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I never left.
Word.
Well, for me specifically, I was kind of used to it because I actually moved from Puerto Rico on 2017. Right after Hurricane Maria.
Can you flip that switch?
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
first ever Category 5 hurricane, the strongest one.
Oh my.
Yeah, and it tore my house a little bit.
Shit.
And we thought we were gonna go down, and then after that, we survived. We cleaned up. We rebuilt. A couple of months later, earthquakes everywhere.
Yeah.
Bam, like 7 point something in the Richter scale. Everything shaking, buildings crumbling, blah blah blah. And now coronavirus. So this is my third one.
So
So
you've had some.
I'm like I survived 2 already. What's one more?
So you low key have been prepared for catastrophes in this world, huh?
Oh, no, I literally was moving the day that they shut down the city to my new apartment.
Oh man.
And I was just chill. Everyone was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was chill.
That was how I was looking at it. As I said, I used to be a commuter to the city and was there, a commuter for 5 years and then was interviewing again amongst this. I remember talking to one of my interviewers about this pandemic and what a joke that was. And I was like, hey, I hope it doesn't get over here. And, but, yeah, I don't know. Whether it was my naiveness to not take it. I mean, of course I took it seriously and definitely paying attention, but like, I never felt like the sky was falling like other people have. And maybe that was just from here. I used to hear a lot of old war stories from my uncles and stuff. And when I heard like, oh, that's some real shit people went through and like, yeah, this pandemic sucks and it's something to deal with, but it could be a lot worse,
No, it's a matter of perspective. Because when that happened to you, what was it, your grandfather?
Yeah, like my uncles, like great uncles when I was a kid.
Well, for them, where society was at the moment, they were feeling a certain way.
Yeah.
But they lived through it, And it didn't really become a thing until like years later. Then people would look back and be like, wow, that was actually really bad.
Definitely, you're right.
And that's the thing that's happening, I think, right now with coronavirus, which is kind of like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. Like,
Mhm.
right now it's not that bad. We're living through it. But I bet you 1 or 2 years later, it's gonna be, holy crap, that was intense.
Yeah.
Dad,
Crazy.
Do you guys think that like history, as I said earlier, like history repeats itself? Like,
Oh yeah. This
what
is
about, but like what, that's what I'm saying. Like, what about this, like during the pandemic, is going to repeat itself? Like,
I mean, it
probably being prepared for a catastrophe, depending, we saw this coming. I mean, I think they knew as early as November, December that there's this airborne disease that could reach our country, and this can hopefully teach us, even if we're overreacting, get ready, because we've seen how much this shit sucks, and we've sadly lost 200,000 people, and we're not forgetting them, and we can't forget them, and we got to make sure we continue to keep them to make sure nobody else falls if something like this happens again. But yeah, the difference now for what we can learn, our lessons learned, is to being prepared for such a thing. Pay attention to people who are working science, especially the medical fields, and also give credit to and more appreciation for our health system and EMTs who actually, I mean, we know the stories throughout the world, 18-hour shifts, not knowing if you're going to be home, sleeping out in a tent because you don't know how contagious this is.
Nowadays, it's sometimes more than 18. They have to sleep, and not even sleep. They can only take a nap in one of those like rooms where the characters from Grey's Anatomy used to have sex in.
Oh my God! Yes, exactly where they are having. So, have you guys?
this does.
Oh man.
So wait, I need to ask something.
Yes.
Because this is my first time meeting you.
Of course.
And I know you two were frat brothers, right?
That's right.
Are frat brothers.
Yes.
I have a vagina. What are you talking about? I'm a woman, honey.
How long ago was it? Like, tell me about the first meeting, because I don't know that.
Oh wait, Matt,
yeah, this is a great transition.
Matt, wait, do you remember? Do you actually remember the first time that we had like our pledge thing?
Our first official meeting together.
Not like,
or the pledge
like
event, the rush event.
Not as like an official pledge class, but it was like recruitment or whatever.
Yeah, they had the rush week. So yeah, basically we I've known Jordan for 6 years now. We met pledging Theta Chi fraternity. Spring 20.
What? A military fraternity, and I'm what? In a wig and makeup.
Look. Now that is progress, huh? But yes, we met pledging.
That was Repelled. Live your life.
Don't forget, remember, we had I forgot what I was gonna say, but we had a kick-ass pledge class, very diverse. It was
fun.
9 of us, and we met at a rush event. And our first meeting out, they had this place called the complexes. These like literally, they look like tenement houses in downtown. And,
dead ass.
The same exact thing. They look like tenements down in the Lower East Side. These piece of shit buildings, and they put us there to help meet each other. And
dead ass, bitch. Dead ass.
We had a pretty annoying 3 months trying to pledge a fraternity. They say the
Wait. You have to. It was a 3-month process?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about from January to April, where we just had to do annoying favors.
Okay, they give you like
I don't know this. I'm from Puerto Rico. We don't have a lot of frat houses in Puerto Rico, so
of course
that culture is like new to me.
They give it
David Attenborough right now.
So like we spent like what, like half a month to a month like getting to know the brothers and whatever, and then they give you a bid, and once you get a bid, you go through the 3-month like
exactly process. Yeah, create that repertoire without giving too many fraternity secrets for respect to the people
No.
fraternities. But yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Born to silence.
Oh, is that
Keep it
is that
sad.
edit that out? Sorry.
Oh no. We didn't say no. We didn't say anything that we didn't give away any secrets. That's what every fraternity does.
But I do need to ask, is that moment that's considered like secret, like we see in some like porns? Like Hazen and shit?
No.
Are you talking about like the elephant walks and
No.
I can honestly and confidently say our process revolved no nudity and it didn't involve anybody getting hit.
Wow, that's
However, some people did get hurt.
Yes.
However, some people emotionally and physically.
Okay.
Yeah, people might have gotten hurt, but yeah, you know, like it was quite a time. Most fun you never want to have again. You know, I could debate that, but
I would go through it again. Like it was cute.
You're like the ring.
But also, I was the token gay though. I was the token gay. They really didn't push me that much. Like they didn't push me that much. Like if I was like, no, I don't really want to do that. There was no questions asked. They were like,
I was like, okay, honey.
all right.
yeah, you know, it was.
They knew that I would have been like, hate crime, bitch, hate crime.
I'm thinking of certain people in my head right now who could probably say that. And like it's just so
but like
cool.
also Matt having Justin as my big did not help me at all. Like at all.
Oh my God.
At all.
Seriously, no, I really think our fraternity should get promoted on just showing how diverse it really was.
It was like for our campus, so diverse, which is why the girls fucked with us.
Yeah,
honestly.
like we were at an actual cool fraternity, despite how weird and different. People fucked with us. There was somebody for everyone, and out of all the fraternities, there's 8 fraternities. Out of the 7, you could have somebody from. It was like our team, like it's like an all-star team where you can have somebody come and join.
But see, it's also like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I also feel that like the Hart School had a huge. At least when we were there, the Hart School had a huge presence in Greek life. So I had girls in SDT, I had girls in DG, I had girls in fucking what was
DMV.
that? What was that one?
DMV.
That one ugly. What was that one ugly one? Find you. That one.
I don't even know who he's talking about, but it's a read.
Oh my God. I'm calling it. I'm having a few DMs text about that, but fuck it. You know, it's a different time. But
exactly, it's a different time.
So they're
I'm just a tourist here, folks.
exactly, man. You know, definitely taking a drink to that one. So
Yes.
definitely cheers. Cheers again. Cheers to getting to know each other right here.
L'chaim.
Matt, you also
What's up?
Matt, come play with us.
Up at Harlem?
No,
I'm definitely down to chill.
Don't know about them.
I'm definitely down to chill.
Let's do it.
I have to get my refill, BRB.
All right.
Can we take a break? I need to pee.
Yeah, so I'm going to just end this session real quick, but I'm going to invite you to another one.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
So just text me on my phone or Facebook and let me know when you're ready.
Okay.